Hello everyone, my name is Linda Rosen and I am thrilled to be here today. I want to thank Isabella Rowan and everybody at the Delray Library for the opportunity to talk to you about my debut novel, The Disharmony of Silence, which released in March just before COVID-19 and the pandemic hit, bringing us all inside. My novel, The Disharmony of Silence, is about a clandestine love affair from 1920s Brooklyn that leads to a family secret discovered 84 years later through a cameo brooch. Carolyn, my protagonist, is desperate for family. And when she discovers this secret, she is determined, against all advice, to reveal it. It has the potential to tear lives apart, or it could bring her the closeness and the comfort that she longs for. It all depends on how she handles it. I would like to read you a bit from the novel. It's in chapter 5, where Carolyn is in her mother's home getting it ready for sale. She has just gone through the bedroom, taken the clothes and the jewelry that she wants. She's made piles of what to keep and what to throw out. And here we are in chapter 5. An hour later, with skirts, dresses, shoes and bags stuffed in boxes, I walked into the living room. My heart ached looking at the painting of the Victorian lady in the peach dress hanging over the fireplace. What was I going to do with her? I loved the portrait, but there was nowhere to hang it in my condo. She wouldn't, she wouldn't fit with the black and white photographs that filled the walls, some taken by me, some by Stan. Yet I couldn't leave her. The lady in the dining room, arranging fruit in a cut crystal bowl, was part of the family. It would be like disowning my sister, or maybe my grandmother. When I was a young girl, I used to confide in her, even cry to her, as I would have if I'd had a warm, cuddly grandma. I remembered the time in high school when the boy I hoped would ask me to the senior prom invited my best friend. Home alone, I sat on the living room floor, crying my eyes out, looking up at her as if she could hear me. And when I was younger, I'd complained to her whenever Dad made me practice piano. I sat on the bench in front of the piano, telling her how much I hated playing Fur-Elise, as if she was able to do something about it. I stood in front of the fireplace, looking up at my lady. Just like Mom's cameo, her expression was serene. She seemed so tranquil with the sunlight streaming through the window behind her. And then my mouth fell open. Pinned to the top of her ecru bodice was a cameo brooch. I stepped in for a closer look. With her up on the wall, I couldn't see the small details clearly. I ran into the kitchen, grabbed the stepladder from the pantry closet, and dragged it to the fireplace. Never a fan of heights, I took a deep breath, climbed up, and lifted the large rectangular frame off its hooks. It was heavier than I thought, and I held it tight as I made my way back down. I placed the painting on the floor and knelt down for a closer look. I was right. The cameos were exactly the same. Even the little silver flower behind her ear. How come I'd never noticed that before? Why would I, though? She'd hung on the wall all my life. I guess I took her for granted. Besides, until yesterday, I hadn't thought about the cameo since probably my 16th birthday. Mom rarely wore it. So who was this woman? And who was the artist? And why did she have the same exact brooch as my mother? If I'd seen it all over the internet, I wouldn't have been so shocked. But this was the only image with the silver flower holding back a strand of hair. I hope that piques your interest. This is a great book for book clubs about family secrets and what really makes a family. Again, I'd like to thank the whole Delray Library staff and Isabella Rowan for giving me this opportunity. Hopefully they have it in the library and you can get it at curbside pickup. It's available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And it's also available on bookshop.org, which is really a great way to buy books now. That'll be sent to you, and a portion of the sale goes to supporting independent bookstores. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that little bit from the Disharmony of Silence.